Hello? Where have you been?
Round to see Mrs. Thursday.
Good Lord, what on earth for?
She asked me to go.
Oh, what did she want?
Nothing special.
Well, she must have wanted something.
Oh, it was just to talk about old times. Now, can we leave it?
You don't ask me, will you?
Oh, don't pick, George, for God's sake.
All right, sweetie, all right. I'm sorry. What's the matter? She said something to upset you?
Oh, I should worry about anything she said.
Then she did get at you.
I'm not in the mood.
Now, sweetie.
No, just leave me alone.
Now, don't play hard to get, sweetie. I don't like it.
Then you'll have to lump it, won't you? You haven't bought me, you know.
You better let me do the talking. I'll be blunt with her.
No, Joe. Leave it to me. Tact, I think, is our best approach.
All right, you be tactful. If that fails, I'll be blunt.
I didn't know there was anyone in here. Are you waiting to see our Alice, are you?
We're waiting for Mrs. Thursday.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. I'm her brother, you know.
We know.
Yeah, you both work for her, do you?
We are the joint managing directors of the company.
A couple of soft numbers, eh? She look after you all right? Well, she would, wouldn't she? Yeah, that's her nature, you know, our Alice. Always been the same, she has. Oh, you're lucky, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, so long as you realise it, mates. Here, come here, I'll tell you something. Here, come here. A little tip. Don't you ever let her catch you with your fingers in the till. Oh, she can't abide that. She can't abide dishonesty. She'd sooner give you the money than have you pinch it.
We're not likely to reach that pitch, Mr.
Well,
Lady.
Sorry to keep you all waiting. What are you doing
Well, I was
here?
just passing the time of day with the gentleman here, that's all. Well, I'll leave you to it then.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry to bring you all this long way, but, you know,
Hey.
you said it was urgent.
Remember what I told you.
Right, Charles, far away.
Oh, yes. Well, Mrs. Thursday, we thought we ought to have a little chat about the plans for streamlining the organization. Now, as you know, the government are pleading for greater efficiency in industry. They're asking us to increase our production, cut our costs, be more competitive. And we, as managing directors, felt that it was up to our organization to play its full part.
Well, Mrs. Thursday's not against that in principle. We've been looking at last year's balance sheet, and she has one or two ideas of her own for economies and so forth.
Oh, splendid. We shall be only too glad to take advantage of any ideas that Mrs. Thursday may have.
I think we'd better get back to this business of reorganization.
No, Joe, I think we ought to listen to Mrs. Thursday's ideas.
Well, I was thinking, take the money what I get as chairman, and the money what you two get as managing directors. Well, suppose we was to dock our money by 1/3.
Are you suggesting we should take a cut?
Time to be blunt. Now, look here. We've worked damned hard building up this business. There wouldn't be jobs here for any of these workers if it wasn't for people like us.
Well, there'd be precious few jobs for managing directors like you, but for people like them.
Oh, never mind that. Look, I've got figures here that prove that Draper Street is a white elephant.
We could be £60,000 better off if we closed the place down, sold the site, and invested the money elsewhere.
Mrs. Thursday's not concerned with the bricks and mortar of Draper Street, simply with the position of the staff.
That's right. If we was to save £60,000 a year, we could afford to treat them proper.
Look, the shareholders will expect...
Oh, I think you can safely leave the shareholders to Mrs. Thursday. And if any of them objects to people being treated like human beings, they can count on dealing with me as well as with Mrs. Thursday.
Yes, that goes for me, too.
Mrs. Thursday, I must insist that...
Ah, you not been taking your doctor's day breaks Indian herb mixture like what I recommended. Anyway, I won't listen to any more arguments. My mind's made up, and there it is.
Mrs. Thursday?
No, I said no.
I was only going to suggest we might have a few words about the bankside tender.
Bankside? Oh, well, that's different, yes. But the other matter, that's closed for good and all.
Yes,
You don't have a thing to worry about, George. I've got the bankside job all tied up.
No problems?
Not for us. They've got plenty.
What do you mean?
I put up a scheme to close their Draper Street headquarters. A good scheme. Now they're running around trying to get the chairman to agree to it.
Oh, well, can you wonder? She was a char, you know. What she knows about business could be written on a pinhead.
Are you talking about Mrs. Thursday?
Yes.
You know her?
Do I know her?
Ah.
Well, you see, Mike works for me, but he has his office in Dunwich House.
Now,
He works for you, but he's got an office in
Yeah,
Dulwich.
well, but it's just a matter of business, dear. Don't worry about it. How soon can you let me know about their bankside tender?
Any day now.
Right. Well, as soon as you can tip me off about their figures, I'll fill in my quote and shoot it in. But for Pete's sake, watch your
Don't
step
worry,
if they
George.
find-
They're too busy chasing after the chairman. And besides, they trust me.
I could just sign there. And there.
I know a woman who can tell your character from the way you sign your name.
Oh, she'd have a job to read mine.
And mine. My hand aches so much I can't write two alike.
Looks like a doctor's prescription. Well, that's the lot, anyway.
Oh, well. Oh, have you missed anything lately?
No, I don't think so.
No? Then what about this?
My pipe.
Yes, I found it tucked behind some books in the library.
Oh, I wonder how it got there. Oh, I've left my tobacco at home. I'll smoke it later.
Oh, well. I bought you 2 ounces of twist as a present.
Oh, very thoughtful of you, Mrs. T. Thank you. That's all we can do now. We've an appointment with Sir James Ryan of the Town and Country Bank.
Oh, how long have I got?
About 10 minutes.
Oh, well, I better get my hat on. You sit over there and have a nice smoke of your pipe. Where are we going?
Veniers.
What, that Tapushka calf near Park Lane?
That's right. Don't think they'd appreciate you calling it a calf, though.
Oh, well, that's what it is. They may charge 30 shillings for a steak, but it's still run as a calf. Who's paying?
He is.
Oh, well, that's all right, isn't it? Yes. Town and oh, dear, I'll never get used to these prices, you
You
know.
pay for the service and the chef.
Oh, half the rent, too. Charging all that. I'll never get used to it. Oh, go on, light your pipe. Town and Country Bank, eh? Well, that's funny.
What?
Well, Bert once had a bit of money in the Town and Country, the local Town and Country. And I know he wanted an overdraft of £5 once. The manager wouldn't let him have it. And now I'm going to have lunch with the chairman.
No, you didn't go about it the right way. The secret of borrowing money from a bank is to provide the manager with absolute proof you don't need it.
Oh, no, I'll never understand business. Oh, isn't it awful being rich? You know, Bert often did the pools, and we often used to talk about what we'd do with the money if he won, but it was never like this.
What were you going to do?
Oh, trip round the world. Perhaps buy a little farm or a little pub, and some racing pigeons for Bert, and a gramophone in a cabinet for me.
Well, there's nothing to stop you going round the world now. Or from buying a pub, for that matter.
No, it wouldn't be the same without Bert. And I couldn't clear off and leave them. Goodness knows what they'd get up to when my back was turned. Look what they did about Draper Street, wanting to sack all them people. You know, I was thinking about that all last night. Because from a business point of view, they were right. But you can't just kick men out like that, can you?
I don't think so. You stick to your guns.
I'm going to, don't worry. Oh, that smell takes me back. Lovely. I bet you're enjoying that, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, Carol. Oh, they're lovely. Oh, you should now.
Oh, don't be daft. I can afford it. Well, how's Dad?
Oh, he's better now, thank goodness, and when he knows that you've been round.
Better? You never said he'd been ill. Your last letter.
Oh, well, there's no harm in you knowing now. He got the sack, you see.
The sack? After all those years, what a rotten thing to do.
Oh, but it's all right now. He's got his job back again.
Well, why did he get the sack? What did he do?
Wow. The firm employed some smart Alec efficiency bloke, and they worked out that the firm was carrying too many people, and your dad was one of them, so they reckon.
But you say he got the job back?
Yeah, he has, thanks to Mrs. Thursday.
Mrs. Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what? Oh, of course. It's one of her companies, isn't it?
Mind you, the dad hasn't got the same job back, mind, no. They're closing down the Draper Street office, but Alice is going to see if he gets a more suitable job at the main office, you see.
That was nice of her.
He wasn't the only one. Oh, she spoke up for the lot of them. All them that wouldn't find it easy to get another job, that is.
Oh, she's
turned up trumps, Carol. She really has. Oh, make the tea, would you, love? Honey, put the tea in the pot. I must get on, because I want to get this in the oven, you see. I'm making a nice steak and kidney pie for your dad's supper. I don't suppose you can stay, can you?
Oh, no, Mum, I'm sorry. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll come another time, then I can stay longer.
Everything's all right, is it?
Yes, fine.
You look very smart. Did you get the time off? I didn't expect you in the afternoon.
Oh, well, I can more or less choose my own time, see?
Yeah, fancy. Well, they must think a lot of you. Your boss must think a lot of you. You went to tea with Mrs. Thursday the other day, I hear.
How did you know that?
I hear a lot of things. No, actually, she wrote and told me. She wrote me a letter to relieve my mind about your dad, you see. Very nice typewritten letter it was, too. And she wrote a P.S. about seeing you. Is that all she said? Mm-hmm. Just that she'd met you and that she'd invited you down her house to have a nice chat together.
Oh, yes, we did.
Mm-hmm. She's very fond of you, you know, Carol. Here, look, here's the letter. See for yourself. Oh, she went out of her way to stand up for your dad and the others. If only there was something I could do for her. But what is there?
Yes, excellent. Looks very competitive.
Yes, we put a lot of work in it. Marking it down 1,000 to 2 yet.
Oh?
I'm giving a copy to Burnett. He's going through to see if there are any corners we can cut. Some further economies we can make that'll give us that extra edge on our competitors.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Oh, may I take this?
Yes, it is for you.
Thank you.
Afternoon, Sir Charles. Look, I'm very busy. What is it you want?
Mrs. Thursday asked me to have a word with you about the bankside tender.
Well, what about it?
She'd like a look at it before it's submitted.
What?
She'd like to see it.
Oh, now, look here, Hunter. This is ridiculous. Why doesn't she get on with her own affairs and leave me to attend to mine?
I should have thought a contract for a £5 million offer was very much the chairman's affair.
Well, there isn't one available. She'll have to wait.
Well, I think I can see 2 copies on the desk.
Yes, the original for delivery first thing tomorrow. Burnett's going to have the other to look through tonight.
Ah, and then I'll take that one, then.
Look, I've already told her there isn't
I
a
don't imagine Mrs. Thursday will keep it long. I'll arrange for it to be sent to Burnett direct.
Can't understand why... Yes. Now, where the hell have you been? Oh, wait a minute, Mike. Turn that damn thing off, will you? I can't hear a thing. Just a minute, Mike. I can't hear. The telly's up, blaring away as usual. All right, shoot. 5,640,000. Right, fine. Well, I'll put in a quote for about 5,000 less, and I don't think anyone will get below that. Yeah, well, Joe Levy's quotes are always just about the lowest anyway. Yeah, well, the tender's closed at noon, so we should have the contract in our pockets by lunchtime. I'll see you in the afternoon. You can pick up your check. Goodbye. The biggest single deal I've ever done. There's a mink in this for you, my lovely, and a nice trip to Monty. And you can have that thing on again now, but keep it low, for heaven's sake. I've got work to do.